Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Tuesday Night Crits in Richardson. It's been a few weeks since I've been here. I kind of took a break leading into Tulsa since I was doing more structured training on Tuesdays, and I wanted to make sure I was getting the exact type of workout that I wanted for Tulsa leading into this, as well as avoid any potential crashes, even though they're pretty rare out in this field. This race started with a big punch from Chris here, and normally you would think that you shouldn't follow that, but the last time I raced out here, the race started the same way, and I chased. We formed a break, and that break stuck for the entire race. So now it's got everyone kind of on their toes. But nothing materializes out of it. Chris kind of rolls off the front. People start surging towards them. A small little group forms, but I still let it chill, wait, and roll up to them kind of at my own pace as I see people start pulling towards it, like my friend Matthias here. There is a pretty strong wind from the south. So whenever we're going south, the max speed you see really is like 26-ish, whereas coming back north and on that front street, we're flying along high 20s, low 30s relatively easily. So we're rolling into the end of the first lap. Just wanted to give you a nice sighting lap for the beginning of the race, but we'll jump ahead to some of the attacks. Right here, Elias from United goes. I kind of let it roll. There's two big teams with numbers tonight. The usual suspects, United and Cadence, but I'm going to let one of them chase it back. Looks like we just caught, rolling into the beginning of another lap and another attack. Now he's kind of just allowed to roll off the front here. Again, this is another United dude, this is Mikel. And I'm not going to chase it. I sit in. Wilson right here in the Cadence kit is doing a lot of the work. This dude can hold a pretty solid long effort, so I'm not going to roll off. I'm going to make him do the effort. He kind of sits up right here. And I tell him that he's got teammates. He can't be playing these games if he wants to have any chance at the race. This might kind of backfire on me in a second, but if you are enjoying them, please like, subscribe, and go check out the other race videos. I've got 3 from Tulsa Tough that I just posted in the past week. Here, the catch is made. We slow off a bit. He's still sitting on the front, and another attack comes through, and this hurts to watch. 2 guys roll through. There's Mustafa, and I don't follow when I really should. Wilson goes. Again, I don't follow when I really should. And these 2 guys can do a lot of damage, as you will see later on in this video. We just kind of let them roll away, which Yeah, again, it hurts me to watch. Mikel comes up from United, moves to the front, and these boys start controlling. See, Pegasus here gives me the nod. He starts to go. Play try goes after him, and I hop on third wheel. We start to do a chase, and we're working pretty well together, but anytime we give them a chance, United rolls through, disrupts the chase, and makes it pretty tough for us. But we're rolling through. I'm on the front. We're cooking it 31 miles an hour and moving, but not moving fast enough to catch Wilson and Mustafa, both of which have decently higher thresholds than me. There, like I said, is Mikel rolling on the front, interrupting the chase. We get back to it, but even that split-second interruption makes it that much tougher. Here, Pegasus goes for another attack, so we start another chase, but those interruptions add up. Every time we have to sit up for 5-10 seconds, the breakaway just gets that gap back, and it cancels out all the chasing that we do. So I'm just wasting effort here. I'm putting out a lot to try and chase it down. We're already lapping people, and we're like 20 minutes into the race. So we're slightly less than halfway through the race, and we're lapping people. So we're not going easy in the pack, but not going hard enough. David rolls onto the front, another guy from Pegasus. We try and do another effort. I tell him and his teammate that I'll ride Honorary Pegasus tonight. I'll roll through with you guys if you just roll through with me and try and chase this down. But unfortunately, we just didn't have the firepower, especially with the tactics United and later on Cadence were employing. I tell them to keep rolling, and they don't. So I voice my frustration, but it doesn't seem to matter. So now you can see Cadence rolling forward and getting on the front with United. I tell them I'm coming through and go for another move to try and chase. This is all futile. This is pretty strong, like head crosswind, and you can see Mikel's just sitting right on my wheel behind me from the shadows. He rolls right through. Another interruption. I'm starting to resign myself to the fact that we're not going to catch, and move back into the pack, let it take over. Chris here, he has a different tactic for the interruption. He gets on the front, he keeps the pace decent, but he starts swerving, interrupting the draft, not letting you get in the draft, and then puts the parachutes out, really slows it down. Not my favorite way of racing, but it worked. I mean, we're going 18 miles an hour here, 19 miles an hour here, and I guarantee you the guys in the break were doing 8 to 10 miles an hour faster. So I slot in, I move back into the pack. I resign myself to the fact that we're not going to catch, and try and save a little bit of energy leading into the finish. We are about 2 laps to go. Mikel does start to roll off the front, and I I was worried at the pace we're going that he might be able to stick it for 4th place. No one really wants to work, so this guy flicks me through. I go through and start to chase it down. It doesn't seem like he was working too hard as I close it pretty quickly. We get up to him, and we're starting to lead into the last lap. And this being leading into the last lap, I want to move back off. Kid from Team Playtry goes. He's let go. I'm not going to get on the front and chase another attack down. These boys start to do it. So I slot in, sit on the wheels, and let them do the work. We are on the last lap. I don't want to expend any more effort, especially since we're going to come into the headwind. And I feel like that can slow these guys off a bit. Sure enough, Mikkel, who just made the effort, he comes back. Playtry kid off the front is dangling but slowly getting reeled in, and I'm a couple wheels back from the front. With the tailwind leading into the finish line, and with my preference for a long sprint, ideally I really only want to be 2nd or 3rd wheel when I launch. So I'm happy here. Matthias, he likes to sprint, so he's unhappy that he's on the front. He's putting the parachutes out, he's putting the brakes on, and I start to do the same. This Playtry kid is still dangling out front, but I'm pretty confident that he's going to get absorbed in the sprint, so I just let these guys come around me. United is going. I don't know his name, but another guy from United is going. Mikkel slots in, and I jump on his wheel as we're about to come around the corner to start to have a cross tailwind leading into a tailwind to the finish. So here's the catch on Playtry. Looks like the other United guy is slowing off. Mikkel starts ramping up, and I'm in my perfect position. Come around on the outside, and I launch here. It's a pretty big gap for most people to launch. Come around the corner, kick as hard as I can. Don't look back, just send it to the line, bike throw, and take the field sprint for 4th place. So that's how you lose a bike race. You just let the breakaway roll away from you. I put out a lot of effort, tried to chase it down, but the field just was not cooperating with me to bring it back. So I got the next best result that I could and took the field sprint for 4th. Appreciate you checking out the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks. Have a good one.